Guys, what's going on? I did put a video out earlier, but I decided to delete it because, I don't know, I just watched it and I wasn't feeling it. It was about semen retention, and I don't know, I didn't really think the title was appropriate, so I deleted it. Yes, I'm still in the same top as yesterday. I've trained again. I don't think it's that deep to train in the same top for 2 days. Yes, I'm going to take it off and I'm going to wash it now because I've obviously sweated in it. Had a good back and bicep session. Now, I did make a video on semen retention, but I don't know, I watched it. I didn't really like it, so I deleted it. It's as simple as that. I'm going to speak on a different topic now, which is training in the gym. Now, I train extremely hard in the gym to the point where other people might see me and think it's over the top. Maybe I might make the occasional grunt. I noticed today when I was doing bent over dumbbell rows that I was making a noise. My brother was like, bro, you're fucking like screaming in the gym. And I understand that to some people it might seem weird, but that's because most people don't train as hard as they possibly can. At the end of the day, if you want to build muscle, especially naturally, which I am, never touched a steroid, used creatine on and off probably for a few years, but never really been too consistent with the creatine. The diet is completely consistent. If you're training naturally, you need to be training seriously hard. Now, since training in a bodybuilding gym, an old school bodybuilding gym, not the commercial gyms, I started off training at the gym, which guys in the UK will know what that is. I then was training at David Lloyd for a long time when I did my first bulk. This is like my second-ish bulk and probably, maybe my last one. I don't know, we'll see. I'm thinking of directing my fitness life more towards martial arts, boxing, maybe MMA, mixed martial arts, for anyone who doesn't know what that is. And I trained at a commercial gym again today, and yeah, my brother was saying, bro, like you were super loud in the gym. I'm like, alright, cool, I don't really fucking care. But that's the thing with commercial gyms. People will look at you going out for training hard, and half of them aren't training hard, and not trying to be offensive, but half of them aren't in shape anyway, so I probably wouldn't take their advice. If you really want to put on muscle, it's December right now, we're over halfway through December, I would genuinely recommend going to a bodybuilding gym. Go to an old school gym where no one cares what they're wearing. You've just got some fucking hard rock music on, all the weights are iron plates, and no one really cares. Because a lot of these commercial gyms, they're extremely judgmental. I can feel it, when I'm walking around, I feel like I'm in reasonably good shape. Like, just hit back today, I feel like the back's looking pretty good. And I just feel like there's a lot of evil eye in these gyms. I can feel it. People are watching me and maybe they think, oh, this guy thinks he's fucking the shit because I'm training and maybe making a noise. And that's not the energy I like. I prefer to train as hard as I can when no one cares. In fact, in old school bodybuilding gyms, you'll find that actually people will probably cheer you on. They're a lot more down to earth. That's what I've noticed. When I've trained in old school gyms, everyone's a lot more down to earth and everyone's training as hard as they possibly can. Pretty much every bloke in there, guy, if you're from the US, man, yeah, is grunting. Everyone's training as hard as they can. Everyone's sweating. The plates, you come out, your hands are dirty because no one's going around cleaning all the iron plates. I would genuinely recommend going to an old school gym. If you really want to put muscle on, especially as a natural, go to like the gym that I go to. You literally walk down the stairs. I don't know if anyone's watched the videos of Dorian Yates when he was training to be Mr. Olympia in Birmingham. I think it was when he was training for Mr. Olympia. He walks down the stairs and it's like an underground gym. My gym's literally the exact same, and honestly it's made me enjoy training so much more. Before I was just there for the aesthetics, and of course I want to look good, I want to be in good shape, but really now it's just my therapy, just going into that gym. And I know when I'm walking down them stairs, I'm putting the headphones on, I'm getting in my zone. Whereas when I train in the commercial gym today, I feel like I can't do that. The energy is just off. Most people are just sat around on their phones, just watching what other people are doing. And I try not to care what people think, but when people are looking at you for making the odd noise, it's like, bro, just fucking let me train hard. That's what I'm here for. I don't really care too much. I do just end up training how I want. But it's nice to just walk into your gym knowing that no one gives a fuck and everyone's training as hard as possible. And I guess that's all I really want to speak on today. Try not to care what other people think. It's not easy, of course. It is hard to not care what people think. But if you can do it, it is a superpower. And I mean, I guess to drag on from the video that I did upload earlier, semen retention is extremely powerful. If you've never done it before, you feel like just complete. If you've ever watched porn, you obviously know when you release semen, you feel shit afterwards. You don't feel like a real man. And I think people just treat and look at you differently. Subconsciously, obviously, they don't know if you watch porn that day. But I find that when I'm maybe 6, 7, 8 days in, I really feel this extra power training in the gym. I feel like people respect me differently. I do think it's extremely powerful. It's definitely something, especially if you're not in a relationship, I think you should practice. Okay, you might mess up. Look, I was addicted to drugs. I messed up. I relapsed loads of times. I tried to go sober probably 10 times. It didn't work. I finally got sober. I'm over a year sober. You will make mistakes. It's inevitable. But if you keep trying and coming back and going again and again, I do think you'll figure it out. And I hope that helps someone. I guess the moral of this video really is, if you're not in a relationship, retain semen on the end point. And get yourself out commercial gyms. Ghost away. Ghost for 6 months. I guarantee if you put yourself in a bodybuilding gym, an old school gym, where no one cares, for the next 6 months until summer, what is it, like 8 months until summer? I don't know. Let's say 8 months. Let's just say for the next 6 months, you go into a bodybuilding gym, you will come out a new, improved man next summer. Do it. Try it. I guarantee it. Anyway, we have 3 months left of the bulk. Just under 3.5. I feel like I'm getting in pretty good shape, putting some size on, as I said, naturally. So I'm never going to be the biggest guy in the gym, but that's not really the goal. I just want to be aesthetic, be in good shape, and be the best version of me. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Guys, I'm going to have a protein shake now. I'm going to have a scoop of creatine. Potentially going to go do some work with my friend, but I'm not too sure because I'm not going to get much money for 3 hours work. I've got to pick my girlfriend up from Birmingham Airport at 9:30 tonight? No, 11:30 p.m. tonight. Hopefully that video is an improvement on the one that I uploaded. I didn't get any comments or anyone saying, oh, you need to take it down. It just didn't feel right to me, so I took it down. If anyone does want me to speak on semen retention in the future, I'm more than happy to. But yeah, I don't want to offend anyone. But I do think it's important. Hope that helps you guys. See you in tomorrow's video. We're almost at the end of this 365-day challenge, which, if you don't know, is I've uploaded a YouTube video every single day for 365 days, so the whole year. You can probably tell I'm super tired, super cooked. I had a lot of pre-workout. I trained seriously hard. So we'll see. I might go do some work, or I might have a bath and have a nap and then get up and go pick up my girlfriend. Guys, appreciate you all. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the subscribers, all the comments. As I always say, if there's anything you want me to speak about, drop it in the comments. I'll leave my Instagram in the description. If anyone wants to DM me with anything they're struggling with, more than open to having conversations with people. See you in tomorrow's video, guys.